What is up, YouTube? It's me, the Artisan MC, finishing up my movie and headed back to the house. Like, share, subscribe, support the stream if you feel so inclined. So, I just got finished seeing fastx. It was put off from Thursday, given that I'm just going to cut it really short. Bitch. It was cut off short Thursday since I was tired as hell. So I could not go to the movies that night. And the funny story is I fell asleep in my chair after I ended that stream. On Thursday, I fell asleep in that chair and woke up at midnight in that very same chair. Now, because of that, I didn't watch the movie Thursday night, and Friday, I didn't do it either because it was a long day at work and a long night. But today, I had the time, I had the ability, and I made the time to go out and see fastx. And I can tell you right now, I was not disappointed in what I saw. And it's funny to me, right? It's funny how much this movie franchise, despite how long it's gone on, is that they can do stuff in this movie that you don't even really bat an eye at. You don't really bat an eye at it. You just see it as like, oh yeah, well, they've established that in this movie. Of course, you're not going to use a fucking crosswalk. Both of you dumb motherfuckers. So, I was seeing some ridiculous stunts, which is one of the reasons I tune into a Fast and the Furious movie. It is. I look to see some ridiculous ass stunts. Right? Practical mixed with CG, studio, shit like that, right? But I was sitting there marveling at, damn, that was a good stunt. Utterly impossible, but it was a good stunt. And thinking about it, that's what I enjoy from this shit. Like it is actually found a niche to where it can do the most ridiculous things with cars, and you watch and just be like, "Yep, go with me." Anyway, moving on. What's happening with the story? What's next, Don? That shit was hilarious to me, but it was fun. It was an action movie that had action in it, and you actually watched it and were fucking entertained for a bit. What's up, Torrance? What's up, Sean Hicks? You asking something completely different about what the stream is about, Sean. But no, absolutely not. Stay on program. So I went in and saw this one, and it's really interesting that the movie's runtime is 2 hours, 21 minutes. And something else that happened today ended up being 221 as well. If, for the friends playing at home that's into the numerology shit, because I keep telling y'all, I keep seeing repeating numbers. There it is. I saw the same two numbers today. Maybe an hour or two apart from each other. So, I'm not going to do a full review, even though I probably should, because I'm noticing, you just saw my community tab, I put a post up of all the notes from the last few movies I've seen, and none of them have reviews, but they all have reactions. And I think reactions, after theater reactions, is fucking up my reviewing, because it makes me not want to go back and do it very often. I just don't feel the desire to do it. It's not like I shot my wad right then. It's just between doing a reaction and then doing the show. I'm tired of fucking talking about it. But be that as it may, this movie saw Dominic and company being set upon by a new villain. The villain being Dante Reyes, played by Jason Momoa. Oh, I pissed somebody off, huh? Well, fuck yourself. played by Jason Momoa. And I could say this for Jason Momoa's portrayal of this character. It was fun. He was doing some outlandish shit. But what's the most interesting thing about it is some people can see it as him being hella effeminate and shit like that. Yeah, on the surface. But way he's acting, one, I think Jason Momoa was having fun. I think he was having fun. The other thing is he's doing a damn good Joker. He's doing his version of a Joker. He is. That the wily, psychotic genius that he plays to be in this, it's like his impression of the Joker. I mean, it's all in there. Like Dominic Toretto being the Batman, since he drives a black car, is going up against the Joker, who keeps wearing purples or fuchsias or whatever the fuck. It always has a plan, always has him right where he wants to, always finding the humor in a fucked up situation, and always keeps trying to get the better of Dom. And it's interesting. That part was actually interesting. I liked actually seeing Jason Momoa on screen doing this wild shit, because it would be completely different for Jason Momoa to turn up in this movie and just being the brute, right? That wouldn't even be casting against his type, to just be the brute, to just be throwing punches and throwing blows. That's not who he was. That was part of what was there, but his performance was more, I am, as he says in the movie, I am going to make you suffer. And in your suffer, I'm going to find entertainment and joy. And that's pretty much like what the Joker does. He fucks with Batman all the time. Why? Just to break him. Just to break him. Just to push him over the edge to where Batman will actually kill him. If you actually read comic books, you know the Batman who laughs is the Joker winning. That's what happens when the Joker wins. It is. It's an iconic character that has been created in less than 5 years. Iconic. In the last 5 years. He's good money in DC from now on, because the Joker won. So I like Jason Momoa's performance in this. Vin Diesel, I like Vin Diesel. I mean, despite how much you guys think he can or cannot act, he's playing this character in this movie. He's been playing it in his franchise for a while. Franchise went down when he wasn't there. And even still, with Paul Walker gone, he still injects Brian into the story every time, every fucking movie. Brian is mentioned. That's huge respect in my book. So I don't shit on Vin Diesel very much. He makes movies. And he has a franchise that makes a shitload of money, and a lot of people, car enthusiasts especially, enjoy him. What up, Aaron Peters? Shit, I'm not even a car enthusiast. I like cars, but I couldn't jump under the hood and tell you everything about the cam, cubic liters, and all the rest of that shit on every fucking car. I don't. That's not what I geek out on. But I do appreciate hot fucking cars, fast cars, tuning it up and making it even better, and good car stunts. Sue me, I'm an 80s kid. I'm an 80s baby. I grew up with fucking Knight Rider and Street Hawk and all that shit. I love that crap. Okay? So it's not that much of a stretch for me. Wish I remember to wait back to the Rose Garden. I'll go to the Rose Garden. But be that as it may, he keeps putting out these movies, and for the life of me, I can't see how they make these goddamn movies. I really am mystified a little bit on how they make these movies, because it seems like just a filming fucking nightmare. It seems like a filming nightmare to make these movies. Like, Jesus, criminy, you're going all over the world, right? Which is a plus, because you get some locations out of it. Digitally, you're getting the fuck up all these places all over the world, right? You get to drive some of the sickest fucking cars, shoot weapons like you in an action movie, you know, great soundtracks, ridiculous stunts, like absolutely ridiculous stunts in cars, mind you. Not just people, not just, Tom Cruise running and jumping off of buildings and shit like that. No, you get to do them in cars and everything else. Anything you have seen done with a person, they did it with a car. And you get to have fun with the same people you might have worked with on the last movie. To me, that's pretty awesome. It's a pretty awesome gig to get, to be on. And every time I see one of these movies, it's like seeing old friends again. Oh, I'm like seeing what's happening with this character again. It's kind of the reason why I like comic books so much. Because every month you're getting to tune in on what happened with this character last, where it's going now, and maybe you introduce a new character. A new person shows up to the party, like, oh, who is this person? I'm curious, what's going on with them? Like, oh shit, they ain't gonna mesh well with so and so. They're not gonna work well with so and so. He's not on that. You're gonna have a problem. But then getting those cameos of those characters that you haven't seen in a while popping up that makes you like, oh shit, here goes Shaw. I was waiting to see this fight. Oh hell yeah. Han and Shaw? Oh yeah, I was waiting to see that fight. I was waiting to see them throw hands. Sorry. What up, studio? The movie is good. At 2 hours and 21 minutes, there was only one part, like towards the end, the last like 10 minutes or so, I felt like it got long. Like they stretched it out a little bit more and threw that in there. But for me, it was like a good spot. I'm like, God damn, Vin Diesel, you ain't shit, motherfucker. You want to be the Robbie Reyes Ghost Rider? You saw that shit, Vin? I said, okay, I'll give him Ghost Rider. The Hell Charger, yeah, fuck it. They made that shit off of Fast and the Furious movies anyway. Why the fuck not? That shit was hilarious to me. It's so absolutely hilarious to me. And it'd be fun if they did that shit. And you got Blade. Blade got the Charger. Then you got Robbie Reyes Ghost Rider showing up. He show up in the Charger. They got a race. They got a race. They got a race. We gotta have Wesley Snipes Blade in the Charger and Robbie Reyes Ghost Rider in the Hell Charger. We just need that. I just need that as a comic book fan. I just need that. I just need that shit. You can do it on screen. It can be in the Fast 11 or whatever the fuck they gonna call it. Fast 12. I don't give a shit. Why the hell not? They just went to space. Motherfuckers went to space. Why the hell not? Shit. I still say I'm waiting for Fast Formers to show up, which gives me an interesting thought watching this movie. Why the fuck has Michael Bay never done a Fast and the Furious movie? Why the hell has Michael Bay never done a Fast and Furious movie? Because he loves blowing shit up. He absolutely loves blowing shit up. That's how he shoots. There's a review that you guys didn't see for Fast 9. And I still have it on my phone. And in my review of Fast 9, I said that Michael Bay would work very well in a Fast and Furious movie for the way he shoots. He shoots fast in vehicles. The Baymobile is a real thing. That's what he started out doing, shooting car commercials and shit. He loves cars. But the only reason I think it wouldn't work is because of the fucking egos. I don't know if him and Vin Diesel would get along, because Vin Diesel is producer on this shit. I don't know if they'd get along. I don't. Because Michael Bay is reportedly an asshole. Reportedly an asshole. And I don't have a problem with assholes necessarily, but can you work together? That's the main thing. So I've told y'all before, successful people, I expect them to have a little bit of asshole to them. If they're successful, I don't expect somebody really successful to have a name amongst other people who have names to be warm and cuddly. Only person that stands out to that exception is fucking Keanu Reeves. And that motherfucker, he's from Hawaii. I mean, look, Nicest motherfucker in Hollywood was probably the last dude you want to fuck with. Ride motorcycles, do martial arts, do gun training, do all this shit, and give somebody his chair on the subway. Like, why are you riding the fucking subway? Keanu, what the fuck? Just who he is. He's an outlier. He's a totally outlier. But what else did I see in this movie that I liked? There was not a lot of girl boss moments, but it was a lot of girl fight moments, which didn't really bother me so much, in a sense that if you take Studio's point, like he's saying in here, that Dom is basically a superhero now. Pretty much. I mean, the brothers from Double Toasted, shout out to them. They've mentioned it before. These motherfuckers are superhero. They're making superhero movies now. They have jumped medium a long time ago. Because trust and believe, if you watch Fast and the Furious, #1, and watch this, it's almost two different movies outside of the fact Vin Diesel in it and they racing fucking cars. Other than that, it would seem like a totally different fucking franchise altogether. Where's this fucking cop going? Get the fuck out of here. Just wanted to sit and chill. I don't need po, right? So it's interesting to me how this franchise has developed and gone on and is still enjoyable. Because you watching this and what are you expecting? You expecting to see over-the-top action. You get that. Expecting to see cars racing and driving fast, which I don't know about y'all. I love being able to drive fast. I do. I don't want the accident that comes with it, but I don't have a problem with driving fast. It's just not my thing, right? But that's that sense of exhilaration and doing things that most people cannot do, seeing sights that most people don't see, and getting to go places most people haven't been, and fuck it up. It's low-key hilarious to me. So the girl fight scenes in it, a couple of moments in there bother me because you see people, like I'm forgetting her fucking name now. Like so many characters, I'm forgetting some of these people's goddamn names now. But Dom's sister, she has a scene in there where she's fighting some tactical agency agents. Now, so I say this is like superheroes now. This chick gotta be all of 100 and something fucking pounds. And it sounds stupid for me to say this, being that this is the 10th fucking movie, right? Be that as it may, Dom's sister starts getting the better of this tag team that runs into their house, the Toretto home, and starts busting shots and fighting in full tactical gear. And she taking motherfuckers down with punches to the chin and shit like that. I'm like, bitch, please. Bitch, please. You is not the frontline fighter. You standing there as representative of Brian. Okay? Now, the other scene was Charlize Theron fighting some soldiers, right? Now, even with Charlize, it's a bit of a problem for me, even though I enjoy watching Charlize Theron do fights. I do. Atomic Blonde, Aeon Flux, Old Guard, bunch of other shit. Charlize does action pretty well. Okay? So I kind of, when I see it in the movie and it happens, it's kind of like, yeah, they got to give her a moment because it's Charlize, right? You know who it is. You know what she does. You got to, you're going to give it a moment. Like, okay, we let her rock out. Fuck it. She doing some shit in this movie. I'm like, damn, is she auditioning for John Wick? Jonah Wick? Is that what she want to pull off next? Because that gun handling and that fight was all right. I mean, she's still tall and small, but fuck you gonna do about it? And Charlize. That's what she does. She does action movies. So that was kind of enjoyable, right? But the fight that her and Michelle Rodriguez had, that was all right because they was getting it in. I mean, what am I looking at? Aeon Flux versus the girl fight chick, right? So Letty, and I can't think of what Charlize's name is in this shit, but they got it in for a minute. Okay, fine, whatever the fuck, fine. Little girls with little boobies that like to fight. Okay, well, I don't give a fuck. It's not like they brought, Ronda Rousey or Gina Carano back, to give them a real ass whooping. But whatever, it's fine. I'm not worried about the shit. I just looked at it as, come the fuck on now, like. But after 10 movies, what am I supposed to say? Like, shut up. It's really like just shut up. Quit. Don't raise an objection now. It's too late. It's too late to object. In for a penny, in for a pound. So I enjoyed that shit. I enjoyed it. Some of the other characters, Ludacris, Tyrese. Yeah, what's her name that plays Ramsey? I love her. She is fucking beautiful. That chick is beautiful. She looked nice. I'm sorry. Even with Vans on and little hair up and little popcorn balls and shit. Like, damn, she's pretty as fuck. Damn. Nice skin and shit. Accent. Ugh. Ugh. Can't go wrong. But I like seeing them again too. I like seeing those characters again and them having their little beefs with each other a little bit, right? Just messing with each other because it works. Ludacris has got on this shit. And he rides his franchise like he can ride a bee, and that's what he does. He's riding his franchise. He ain't getting out of this shit, and he's staying there doing his work. I like seeing him show up every time. Han showing back up in the shit. I like Han. Han is smooth. Han is fucking smooth. The funniest part, though, for me was when he gets some special muffins with his snack habit having ass. Get some special muffins. That shit was kind of entertaining for a hot minute. It was kind of entertaining. I will not lie. It was entertaining for a hot minute. But that gets into liking to see these characters again, getting to see them interact with each other. And to me, that's one of the things I like about ensemble casts, if they've had enough time to always be in movies together. You get that fun of seeing those characters interact with each other because sometimes they may not have ever been on screen together before. But now you get to see them on screen together before. Like saying Roman and Shaw face to face or something like that. It's like, man, what the hell are you about to do to Shaw? Really? Yeah, shut the fuck up. Roman, you ain't about to do shit. You may have went to the moon last movie or went to space last movie, but that motherfucker send you to hell fucking around. Shaw ain't playing with you. You pumping no jack with him, dude. Nothing. Right? But it was fun to see them all on screen together and see these decked out, spots that they're in. What else do I want to say? I'm trying to figure out what parts are spoilers and which parts are not spoilers. I don't think it's spoilers to say cast because, look, if you've seen any of these movies, motherfuckers can turn up. Can turn up like nobody's business and just show up in the movie. You be like, oh, what the fuck? What are they doing here? Those tickets. There we go. See if I can get some peace now. I hate the shark circling. What up, Dub C? What up, Toya? Yeah, surgical damage. What do you say? Said one was a crazy cop movie. 3 was like, what? Yeah, they look, the third movie, they fucking jump tracks. Motherfucker, they jump tracks with that shit. And I tell you, that's the miraculous thing, the beautiful thing to look at this franchise, how this franchise has been able to morph into what it is now. To be able to morph from what it was in the first movie, which was pretty much like a street racing car enthusiast movie. These motherfuckers is anything but street racers right now. These like, I'm serious. This is like the car version of Mission Impossible. They working with shadow government people, saving the world and shit. They are fucking superheroes, nigga. They might as well be Mask or some shit like that, or say they working with G.I. Joe. It might as well be. Might as well. They doing all kind of shit with the tech involved and all the rest of this. I was like, God damn, dude, this is a beautiful thing. 10 movies. And one of the things I realized in this, when the movie was starting, I realized outside of the first one, which one was my favorite movie. I realized which one was my absolute favorite movie. It was Rio. I can't remember what number that was. Was that 5 or was that 7? That was my favorite movie. Because in the beginning of this one, they have a flashback to Rio. And all those good feelings of Rio came back because that's what I really thought. What the fuck? This is where all these characters finally come together for the first time, right? And they introduced new characters. That's when The Rock joined the franchise, right? The Scorpion King and Riddick, in the movie beating the hell out of each other, right? But all these characters came together. The Tokyo Drift characters and the original Fast and Furious characters, the number 2 characters, all came together in one movie. And they were all racing together, and it was cool. It's like bringing 2 halves of a family together again. It was a beautiful fucking thing. And the fucking heist, the vault heist, that was the craziest shit. That was the craziest shit. But it's kind of symbolic for the 10th movie to go back to that. It's kind of symbolic. Like you make your own enemies. You make your own enemies. Right? So why not? Why not keep going back, in your own timeline to what the fuck you did and introduce somebody else? Somebody's son, somebody's brother, somebody's cousin, mother, sister, whoever. And they got a vengeance against you because you kind of killed one of their family members. Yeah, they take that shit serious. Why the hell not? You get fucked around in the world of some international shit. People will be looking for you. For real. So working with the law, working against the law. I mean, it's incredible how this franchise has been able to morph, keep its audience, and grow its audience to the point it has more movies. It has about as many movies, I say, as like A Nightmare on Elm Street or Friday the 13th. I can't remember what part they stopped on, like 15 or whatever. And it's not a horror movie, just action. It's just action and cars. And it's always somewhat starts out or finishes close to the fucking hood. What? Watching the end of this movie and the credits for the end of this movie, I was thinking about a damn James Bond movie. It had Bond credits. The end credits was like a Bond movie. I'm like, damn, they did this shit. I was like, now it's James Bond time. Natalia Joanna Emanuel plays Ramsey. Thank you, WC. Yes. And NJE, she fine as fuck. Sorry, she fine. She fine. I'm sorry, she looked nice. Even in regular clothes. Even in regular shit. And I should remember her name because she was in Game of Thrones forever. She was in Game of Thrones forever. They did her character dirty, beheading her, but she was fine in that shit too. They have enough material for 35 movies. Yeah, they do. You think after this movie they can't do another one? They probably laid the groundwork for the season number 12. 12 and 13. Because look, people grow up, people get old. Now, whereas it's all well and good to do movies for a long time and be lucky enough to be a actor in a series of movies or television shows that keeps perpetuating past your ego star, dude, it's even better if you can bring up the next generation in this shit and have the story go on. Now, you might not want to hear that shit as a star, but look, everything is about legacy. You have to perpetuate it. It has to go forward. If you think it's of value, it has to go forward. Look, only thing that'll stop these fucking movies is one other person dropping dead. And I'm not saying it because I'm not trying to put that shit out there. But other than that, this is part of the fun of the fucking movies, of it keep going on. That it keeps going on. Where do other movies mess up that don't have a franchise? They jump to shit like, oh, the son, the guy you killed last time, his son came back to get you. But they'll do that in the second or third movie in a three movie series. It's too fucking soon. It's too soon. But this, it's been years, years. The franchise has kept going forward, but they took you back 10 years to drop this one on you. It's more likely to be believable at this point. Just saying. It's a better way to do it. But most people don't want to wait that long to get to that point. Because trust and believe, I don't think they have all these Fast and the Furious movies mapped out on a board anywhere. But they think of that shit when it comes time to do the next movie. What do they want to do? Where do they want to go? And apparently they got a good enough writing team that loves this shit that they can go back into what they've already done and pull villains out. Like, got this motherfucker. And this is his brother, and his brother is pissed. Like, come on, man. Director-wise, Justin Lin helped do the screenplay, but it was a different director. I liked it. I like Justin Lin on Fast and the Furious movies. I really do. I do. I really do like Justin Lin on these movies. And he don't seem like he want to leave either. He's young enough to keep wanting to do them, so fuck it, give him to him. Love for the franchise and keep it hot. Keep it hot. New characters added in. Ames, Tess, Brie Larson in this shit. I'll tell you this. Brie Larson is getting funny as fuck to me. I don't know what the hell it is right now, dude. I'm having a weird case of like infatuation or something right now. I don't know what it is. It's weird as fuck. But I'll say this. It was strangely satisfying to see her get shot in this movie. I don't know why. I don't know why. I don't know why. Her character that she was playing got shot in the movie. I was like, good. Like, somebody finally took it out. like, because it's like wish fulfillment for her version of Carol Danvers in the MCU or some shit. I don't know. I'm weird. I don't wish no harm to befall the chick or nothing like that. But cinematically, like, what the fuck is she doing in this? Why is she here? And then she got shot, and I was like, oh, well, that's good. I'm cool with that. They bring her in just to shoot her? Yeah, I'm good. I'm fine with that. I'm fine. Repressed desires. Look, man, I've delved into my share of snow bunnies, okay? She used to be cute back in the day, but she started opening her mouth and saying all this dumb shit, and it was like, oh, I can't look at you. Can't even look at you. I don't know. Maybe it's the homelessness. Maybe because she's single. But what I've been noticing is that she's trying to rebrand herself real quickly. She really is trying to rebrand herself, jumping out there in the non-feminist sexy dress and shit. Like, fuck you showing up to a premiere like that for? Like, you throwing out your Tinder handle or some shit. Unhinged Brie. Catch her on Hinge. She does seem weird. She does seem weird as fuck. She does. But here's the funny part in this. She was actually doing some fucking acting in this one. She didn't have that rigid fucking stone face shit she had in Captain Marvel. That insufferable fucking attitude that she brought to the MCU shit. She didn't have that. Maybe she's growing up. I don't know. Maybe she really is going through a transition. Life really kicking her in the fucking ass and smacking her in the face and saying, bitch, you need to get off that shit. And she listening. I don't know. I don't know what it is. Some parts entertaining, some parts there's no fucking way Brie Larson kicking nobody ass like that. You better keep doing your yoga. Better keep doing your yoga. What up, AB? Keep doing your yoga. But you getting a Fast and Furious check now? Oh well. Everybody can, I guess. Or not everybody. You have to have some connections. And the funny part is there's a lot of industry connections in this that if you know the industry connections, you get these people showing up together in a movie. You're like, oh, well, that makes sense. They probably knew so-and-so from this. And then that's how they got on with this. Like, dude, this is like conglomeration. Everybody getting paid off of this bitch. Amazing, right? Who else can I say in it? Alan Richardson. Now, I say that name, most of y'all might not know exactly who the hell he is. You might not place a face, right? But think Amazon Prime's Reacher. That big motherfucker. Yeah, him. I like Alan Richardson. He's in this movie. His character Ames is all right. Asshole, but, you know, I love to see him go up against Hobbs. I really would. I would really love to see him go up against Hobbs. And trust me, that has to happen. That fucking has to happen. Oh, I'll be looking forward to that shit. But the interesting part is Alan Richardson being in this movie and Jason Momoa being in this movie is an interesting little thing because Alan Richardson and Jason Momoa have a connection. And their connection is through Warner Brothers. And what's that connection? They both were Aquaman. They're Aquaman. Alan Richardson was Aquaman, if I remember correctly, unless it was a different big-ass white boy. But Alan Richardson was Aquaman in CW Smallville. Right? That's why I know who the fuck he is. He was either Aquaman or Colossus in Fox. It might have been a different person. Either way, it's a big motherfucker. I liked him in Reacher. But seeing the two of them there together, I said, dude, it's fucking AC and Aquaman. It's two fucking Aquaman standing up there. That shit is hilarious to me. Absolutely hilarious. But he is pretty good. He's a decent actor. He got to kick some people's ass too. And I'm like, well, that's Reacher, nigga. What the fuck are you thinking about? What are you thinking about? What was that? It was brief, but it's like, come on, man. Come on, man. It's a bit much. But I liked his character in it. Now, I don't know if it's a spoiler or not, but there will be a sequel to this movie. There will be a sequel to this movie. So you need to go see it so you can find out what the sequel is going to be and where this shit is going. Now, I might have spoiled it saying that shit for you, but the audience that I had, it was pretty much a full house. They were excited. Oh, they were fucking excited. And I don't know why I missed that. Like, that's right, I did hear about that. But, you know, a lot of shit going on, a lot of thoughts flying through my head. Okay. That made it entertaining. It made it really entertaining. On top of all the shit I was seeing in this, like, damn, I like the wheels they got on that Charger. What kind of fucking brakes are those they got on that Charger? That should look hot. Should look hot. Like, what fucking kind of car is that? I'm about to go get on my Gran Turismo. I think I got that one. Let me tune this bitch up. I don't know. I enjoyed the movie. It was entertaining. It was fun. I like the addition of the new characters. I like the addition of the family. I don't mind the family aspect of things. The people making their fucking family. I don't have a problem with that. The people who will go all out for their family. Because I can tell you this much, as a black man in this society, I don't see that a lot. I don't see that a lot. I see people, family, trading on motherfuckers for other people that ain't in the family. Or cutting you out of it and deciding what is family and what's not. So I can appreciate the family aspect to it. Right? The other thing, there is a sense of legacy in this movie. But one of the sticking points for me is that some of that legacy is not transferred by fathers to sons necessarily. It's always women there. Old or young, it's always women there kind of promoting that. And I think that's a little bit more Vin Diesel sensibility to make sure women get some shine. But if every male you have in the character is either the hero, the villain with a shitty father or something like that, then that's going to wear real fucking thin in this climate. That wears really thin in this climate. Everybody that's still alive and hanging around can't be just the women, even though that's pretty much how it goes in real life. I guess I just shot down my own point. But other than that, it was an entertaining movie. It was an entertaining movie. I like seeing people show up. I really did. There were some questions because, like I've told you guys before, there is no perfect movie. There is no perfect movies. There were some things that were like lapses, like that don't make no fucking sense. That gas wouldn't have been out of that compartment that quickly. Like, if you got 4 minutes to escape, why are you getting into a fight right now? I mean, it was cool, like, oh, 4 minutes? That's going to have to be enough time. Start throwing them fucking hands, but I'm like, can we get on with the fucking escaping part? Like, what the fuck? What up, Dr. T? I wouldn't say he was a gay Joker. I wouldn't say he was gay. I will say this, though. They low-key hinted at the fact that another character in that shit was gay. And not Jason Momoa. They hinted at another character in that shit was gay. Because that's how I read it from what they were trying to say. The character doesn't say anything, but the hint is out there like, well, maybe he is. And I wouldn't say that shit on air, but I have a theory about, that shit and serial killers. But that's just me psychologically looking at shit. But was he a gay Joker? No, I wouldn't say he was gay. I would say he was flamboyant. Because he's not even androgynous. He actually presents as a dude. Right? But some of the shit he does would rub against us masculinity-wise as being, well, that's gay. He got his nails painted. That's gay. Well, the Joker got his nails painted. They just painted black. If you paint your nails black, that's kind of considered goth or some shit, right? You can be a rock star like that. He do some tongue-in-cheek, attractive, flirtatious shit, right? But he's all on women. If anything, you could say the motherfucker might be bisexual or in touch with his femininity or some shit. Either way, I don't see that character. I don't see the dominant character being gay. I see him as being off in his fucking head. And because he's off in his head, he has no filter on flipping back and forth between either side at all. He'd do some silly shit that would seem gay, but to me, that's like not television Joker, but movie Joker type of shit. That's all it was. I mean, fuchsia in and of itself don't make you fucking gay. Prince wore that shit all the time, and we know Prince has slayed some of the baddest chicks on this planet. With his little short, high heel wearing ass. With literally his ass hanging out. So, that make you gay? It makes you gay. But I see it as more of an off-putting measure for people because they never know how to gauge his ass. They never know how to gauge him correctly. And he gets over on doing goofy shit and getting pounded, but enjoying it, and then just really going in for the kill on somebody, like the Joker would do. The Joker would take an ass whooping. He ain't afraid of that shit. He'll laugh through it. But you'll find out from that ass whooping he got you trapped up in some other shit. Got you, you slipped up, nigga. You lost control. And see, you lost control, and that's what happened. That's what I see it as. He's finding ways to get at people, no matter what it is. Because put it this way, the Hobbs character and the Dominic character showed up. What was it? It was masculine, beefcake shit on steroids. Who gonna be the alpha in that situation? That's what it came down to, right? That's already been done. So now you got Jason Momoa big ass showing up in here. Do you think you want to have another masculine off? Not really. So what did he do? Character-wise, the Dante character used Dominic's masculinity against him to get him into fucking situations. To fuck with his heartstrings. That's what he did. He used that shit against him. That's psychology. Doing all that flamboyant, maybe I'm gay or some shit like that. That throws the motherfucker off. Because he's not reading him as the same way. He's not getting a good read on his ass of what he's about and where he's thinking. And then what happened? He put your ass in a situation where you get to choose who's about to die, nigga. Because you was doing all the beefcake shit and wasn't thinking. Your testosterone overrode your logical thinking mind. And now you just out there stuck. And he being completely masculine when he about to kill these motherfuckers. Oh, there's no question when that's about to happen. But sitting around talking to dead bodies and shit, that motherfucker is not all together. Not all together. So I grant him his eccentricities. I grant him that. So it's not putting me off in any kind of way. I just know that motherfucker is odd person to fucking deal with. He would be. But if you match that character, Dante Reyes, up with Jared Leto's Joker, the two of them motherfucker in a room together would be completely unsettling, especially if they was on the same side. That shit would be odd. It would be really unsettling for a normal fucking person. You would go crazy sitting in there with the motherfuckers. You really would. Bizarro Khal Drogo. Could be. You gotta remember, Khal Drogo was alpha of alphas, nigga. He was Khal. Alpha of alphas. Jason Momoa has played that part. He's played that part. The time I saw him having fun playing a character was Aquaman. Because then he got to be funny. That's what I think his personality is. From everything that I've read or watched, that's kind of his personality. So what are we expecting? Another dumbass fucking meathead? Look, we just got that watching Guardians 3. Adam Warlock, dumbass beefcake. Oh, well, he can kick everybody's ass, but he's a fucking child. Look, I appreciate masculinity just like y'all do. But I know everybody ain't like that. There's a line from a rap that I love is that there's not enough cloth for all of us to be cut from it. It's not. And if you really want to fuck people up for the time being, since, RIP to Jim Brown and stuff like that, but some of the most masculine dudes you ever know is gay as fuck. Football players, wrestlers, and all kind of shit. So I don't think it's easily, clear as the nose on your face to just point out who was gay and who wasn't. It's just not. He said, nah. Dr. T like, nah. Fuck all that. Nope. Not buying it, artisan. It's okay. I ain't selling it. It's just a perspective. But I like the character. The character was fucked up. Because he didn't care. But you think about it, Dr. T, if you saw the movie already, you think about it, that motherfucker didn't care about people. He did not care about people. He said his mission statement was straight said right in the beginning. He wanted to punish the earth. He did not care about human life. Not unless she was serving some purpose in his plan. After that, your ass could go immediately. He did not care. He did not care. That's a Joker type of person who just want to see the world burn. That's a Joker type shit. I'll use y'all, but fuck all of you at the same time. Yeah, I like the nod to 5 too. I like that. That was my favorite one. And Warlock was hilarious. He ain't supposed to be. Adam Warlock is not a hilarious fucking character. He's not. Motherfucker, watching Adam Warlock in Guardians 3, that motherfucker should have been in Thor 4. And since he wasn't in Thor 4, I'm sitting there wondering why the fuck did I get Thor from Thor 4 in this Guardians 3? No, I'm not a fan of that shit. That shit is not working well on me. That's not working well on me. I'm not even a white dude now. I can understand it. That gotta be fucking irritating. Gotta be irritating. You get a big role in a movie, and your big role in the movie is to be the buff dumbass. That's your job in the movie, to be the buff dumbass? The child with superpowers? And you're not even a child? That gotta be irritating. I'm sure the check and drying your tears on $100 bills and shit makes you feel better, but that gotta be fucking irritating. Because you gotta remember, every movie an actor does is their fucking resume. And would you want to be sitting down to your next serious role that you really want, and motherfuckers to be looking at your last movie was Adam Warlock as the Guardian? Fuck you. No, so what do you think you can bring to this role? Well, we see you did Adam Warlock last time. Well, that didn't go so well, did it? But I'm a serious actor. Really? Well, it doesn't look like it from this resume. Sorry. We're going to go with someone else. Come on, man. Come on. It has to be embarrassing. What up, Trigger Man? BMT in the building. The trigger alert is in effect. They say about Adam Warlock. Upcoming sci-fi movie. See? Where's homeboy at? Said that shit out loud. The fucking algorithm heard. They giving me alerts about the Creator movie. God damn it. Told you. Google is always listening, y'all. Google is always listening. Jesus. I'm getting alerts about the Creator. Shit wasn't even on my radar. Watch what you say on this shit. Adam Warlock is a very calculating person and goes good or bad depending on his needs. He ain't a comedian, though. He is not funny. He is not fucking funny. That is not who the hell he is. And I would have rather have seen that serious, kind of detached from humanity Adam Warlock than a fucking goofball. I just got that in Thor 4. I didn't like it in Thor 4. My uberly powerful white boys got to be all dumbasses or children. And you wonder why I don't want to see a Blue Marvel in the MCU right now. Fuck no, because what do you think is waiting for him? The same shit Adam Warlock got. The same shit Thor got. I don't want to see that for a Blue Marvel. Fuck you. No. Let him sit on the bench. No, don't use him now. No. You'll just fuck it up. You'll just fuck it up. I like the actor in The Maze Runner. The lead actor in The Maze Runner, he's pretty good. I like him. Oh, I like that actor in The Maze Runner. Yes, he was in the Maze Runner franchise, which I did like. That was some more of those young reader books that my kids had got into. And I like those movies. So it was good. Like, share, subscribe, support the stream if you feel so inclined. I'm almost at an hour, so I'm going to shut this down because it's just a reaction. It's not a review. This is a guy that hangs with the Soul Stone and talks to some of the most dangerous people in the universe. He never jokes. No, He's not. He's not a fucking jokey character. And that may not work for a James Gunn movie because James Gunn likes doing some fucking humor, but he had to put his ass in there. He had to put his ass in there because can't show a gun in one scene and not have it go off in the next one. You had to use them. It fucked up not putting them in Endgame. Oh well. No, Dr. T, I have not seen Air yet, but I have it. I think I bought it on Prime so I can watch it because I bought The Covenant and I watched The Covenant again and did my watch of The Covenant, but I fell asleep before I could do my review of The Covenant again because I like The Covenant. The Covenant is like hitting to my heart, dude, hitting to my heart every time I watch that motherfucker. Every time. But Air is next on my list to watch. Now that I got fastx out the way, I got a couple of days where I can catch Air and see that because I've been catch Air. That's a good one. Watching the Michael Jordan movie and I'm catching Air. I'm taking flight, y'all. I'm taking flight. But I've wanted to see that since I saw the trailer. Sitting in the movie theater, saw the trailer, like, oh, I want to see that shit. I want to see that. So it's already out to buy, rent. So I rented it so I could watch it. No one talking about replay gang. Replay gang gang. Appreciate that. But yeah, that's it. I'm going ahead and heading home. I don't know why I feel like I'm still so fucking hungry. But I got a carton of ice cream, gelato waiting on me at the house, and some stiff drinks, and maybe I can watch a movie or throw the call out there to Mr. Z so I can get some races in. Because I just saw Fast and Furious, I'm kind of pumped up, nigga. I want to race. Come on, Mr. Z. Where you at? You know we ain't doing them quarter miles, motherfucker. You're not doing them quarter miles. I need to see you on the track. Said you off work. This motherfucker just gonna back up without looking. Looking everywhere but behind you. Which way is the car driving? Moron. Fucking hell. Ugh. But I enjoyed it. I did enjoy it. It was fun. Would I watch it again? Not right away, but I tell you, every time one of these Fast and the Furious movies come out, I want to binge the whole series every fucking time. Every time I want to watch the whole fucking series. Because they're just fun that way. It's just fun that way. And the list of people that have been in these movies has got to be like the who's who in Hollywood right now. I mean, seriously. You got Rita Moreno and Helen Mirren in this shit. Hey, still making movies. I think if Sean Connery was alive, he would have made it in one of these goddamn movies. Because it's just fun. It's like an easy fucking check. That's why I don't understand how they make these movies. I really don't understand how they make these movies. I mean, sitting down, writing a script or some shit like that. And then going out and filming the shit. Okay, this is the part where we're going to have the C-130 is going to fly over the roadway, and we have Dom in a hero car. Charger is going to roll out the back and fall onto these two cars and make them explode. Like, what? Backwards? Wouldn't that motherfucker have, like, whiplash and some other shit from doing that? Wouldn't the car suspension be totally fucking ruined after that? He ain't shifted it into high gear after that. No, nigga. I don't give a fuck what kind of clutch you got. Look, it has been said that when the first Predator movie came out, some military general saw the Predator and that camouflage technology and said, I want those. I want one of those. And the military got started on trying to develop that shit for real. The suspension on these Fast and Furious cars, where you could drop from a moving fucking plane on top of two other cars and still keep driving, Somebody somewhere is making some fucking shocks. Like, I need some shocks to do that. I got a rally race coming up, man. I need some shocks like that. I don't know what you got to make them out of, what materials, whatever. We need that shit. We need that shit ASAP. You said got to do edibles to watch Trash and the Furious. Then you should watch this one because somebody have an edible. And that's the other thing. There are 2 cameos in here that most people will miss. There's probably 3 because I don't know who that chick was. There's a chick in Brazil. Damn, I just had a moment. I can go to Brazil now. Holy shit. Just had a moment, y'all. Just had a moment. I can go to Brazil now. I gotta put my paperwork in tonight. There's a chick in there that lets the race go. It ain't, Rita Oro, so I don't know who this chick is, but it's probably some celebrity in Brazil, right? Probably some celebrity in Brazil. Then there is a cameo of a comedian in this shit. I'm not gonna tell you who. That took me a minute to remember this motherfucker's name, even though I don't. He's funny by himself sometimes, but I ain't give a shit, right? And then there's a second cameo that happens before that one, that if most people don't listen to music, they wouldn't know who the hell it is, right? But I can tell you this: one of the bands that I like is 21 Pilots, and my daughter got me into 21 Pilots, right? The band makes really good music, and it's only 2 guys in the group, 2 guys. The drummer in the group is Josh. Josh, and I think that's his wife, is in this movie. Now, if you don't know who 21 Pilots is, you wouldn't recognize his ass for shit. But when he shows up, I'm like, oh shit, it's Josh. The fuck is he doing in this movie? But here's the thing. I don't know if this is a Warner Brothers movie or not, but I think they're on Warner Music Group because I got some of my videos flagged for using their music. I think he's part of Warner's shit. So he got a cameo in a Fast and the Furious movie. Now, I don't know if that means they got a song on the soundtrack or whatever, but they are on the soundtrack. This is how you know who 21 Pilots is. You remember the first Suicide Squad movie? The song Heathens? That's 21 Pilots. All my friends are heathens. And I used to use that shit on my intros, right? That's 21 Pilots. The drummer from that group is in this movie. It's a little brief cameo. If you don't know who he is, it'll just be a white boy. If you know who the hell he is, it's like, oh shit, it's Josh. That's kind of cool. It's kind of cool to see. Maybe remember I need to listen to some 21 Pilots, see what that new music that he dropped recently was. Because Tyler, the bass player in the group, white boy who can create music and rap and shit, they put out some new shit. I haven't listened to it yet. It's on my watch later on YouTube. So maybe I'll go take it from a watch later to a watched in the next 15 minutes. But that's it. I had the same revelation. I can go to Brazil too. Yeah, Dr. T. Like, yeah, youngster out the house now, boy. You got some free time. You're going to be dancing around in that bitch like Tom Cruise. Risky business. Like, hey, get on a good foot. Good go. Daddy going to travel. Daddy going to get gone. It's going to be a whole bachelor pad. Who the fuck is this parked in my spot? Parked in my spot, bitch. I guess I'm making the block again. Since I can't park. Asshole. Anyway, that's it for me. Thank you guys for coming through, listening to my little spiel on fastx. It was worth the $11 I spent. I probably would have paid full price for that shit if it wasn't matinee times. But I wasn't disappointed in the movie. It was fun. I was entertained. I even laughed a couple times in the shit too, because it was funny. It was funny. So it was not money. It was money well spent. It wasn't a waste. So I'm happy with that when people who work on franchises actually want to give something to the fans and let them have a good time watching the movie and not just shit in their face and smear it in, and that's why they don't like it. I'm really appreciating that. So shout out to Vin Diesel and company for doing another one, giving us a 10. That was entertaining. Did it go as far beyond as 9 did? Not yet, but stay tuned for that one. Shout out to Tom Cruise for Maverick because he killed it that year. And I got to go and watch this trailer and give y'all a reaction to the next Mission Impossible movie, which will have cars in it, but Vin Diesel won't be driving. It have to be Tom Cruise. God damn, why ain't Tom Cruise showed up in one of these damn Fast and Furious movies? That'd be ridiculous, dude. That'd be ridiculous. Vin Diesel, Tom Cruise, and Michael Bay in a Fast Impossible movie. That shit would be hilarious. That would be hilarious. It'd be most shit blowing up and off the wall stunts than you can shake a carburetor at. I'm serious. Then you can shake a catalytic converter at. Dude, that shit would be nuts. So here's wishful thinking on that one. Fast Formers Impossible. There you go. the impossible Fast Formers. That'd be hilarious. That'd be hilarious to see. Anyway, like, share, subscribe, support the stream if you feel so inclined. $artisanmc on Cash App or artisanmc on PayPal, or you can just super chat in here. And if you like no one and you hanging around on the replay gang, I see you too, motherfucker. You can still support. Cash App don't close. They open even when I'm asleep. So support the stream. I do this shit for y'all, not just for the fun. But it is fun for me. So I will see you guys next time. Peace.